Good morning and welcome to the final beam setting of the Beal Elementary School right here on Lake Street in Shrewsbury. We broke ground some number of months ago and have been working diligently with Lamro Pagano as well as Fontaine, the contractor. They're all to be credited with the continued work with the town officials led by Kevin Mizikar and the superintendent of schools, along with the great partnership that we have with the Mass School Building Authority. Where's Jackie? There he is, Jack McCarthy. And today it's another great milestone for the project. We're currently trending under budget, currently trending on or just ahead of schedule, so things are going well. Keep your fingers crossed. A couple of people I would like to mention today. The Fontaines could not be here, but they have been partners along the way. Frank Pear, the project, I'm going to call him the project superintendent, due to a death in his family, could not be with us today. We have Jimmy. Where's Jimmy? Leading the team here from Fontaine. Jimmy's evaporated. Well, he's here and he's doing a great job. We have Lamro Pagano. Where's Sean? I saw him here continuing to work the effort. We have Walter. Where's Walter from our project management consulting group, representing us and our interests at each meeting. My colleagues on the building committee, Sandy Frick, our vice chairman, looking very serious at me. Did I miss? All right. As you threw me this early. I'm used to other women staring at me that way, but not that way. Kevin Mizikar, our superintendent Joe, Keith Baldinger, whose name I've yet to butcher this morning, which is always a good thing. Patrick Collins. Where is Bob Cox? Where's he? I saw him earlier today. Bob, thank you. And Erin. Where's Erin McMahon? There she is. Nice. Thank you very much for coming out. So let's get underway. Two quick points I do want to mention. You'll notice that we have the beam behind us. The beam, it's interesting. I'm told by Jimmy that the tree in this line of work signals good luck, providing you can say it. And this is the flag that will fly on top of this beam for a short period of time. It will then replace that flag, which is the flag that was flying the day we did the groundbreaking. So we're doing this thing where we're walking the various flags through the project, and ultimately the original flag that was here when we took possession is locked away in Keith's closet, and that will fly on day one of the actual ribbon cutting for the project. So we'll keep working through this. So next up, I would like to ask the Lieutenant Governor to please come to the podium and give her remarks.
Very good. Thank you. Good morning. I am so honored to be here. I'm proud to be here and of this great project. It's really nice to be able to drive down Lake Street. I haven't been doing that for a long while. And to be here together to see such tremendous progress since we were all gathered at this spot in a warmer time of the year. This project is great. It's great for a whole lot of reasons. Let me just tick off a few. First of all, we all know this property's history being a state asset that was a home to people with different abilities for many, many years. And when that no longer became a use for this site, through our Open for Business program that we started 5 years ago, we were able to look at different sites throughout the Commonwealth and ask communities, ask the private sector, is this a property that can have a different use for the Commonwealth? This is one of them. Under that program, we actually have 100 different sites throughout the Commonwealth that are being repurposed for housing, for private sector uses, creating more jobs and opportunities. But this one, being so close to home, I'm particularly proud of, in that the vision of this community came forward and really outlined that this would be a perfect home for future students of our community. And I just want to compliment the state agencies, also Deborah Goldberg's office through the Building Authority, as well as the local leadership and the people of this community who value public education, who value having good facilities like this that are safe and welcoming and supportive to the students, to the faculty, and to the families that will come through here. So it's a great project. because of the collaboration, the leadership at the local level, the taxpayers standing up and saying, yes, we value the school program and we'll put our money behind it. And it's great, most of all, because of the students' experience through this new asset for this community that will be so amazing. This is what makes a community strong, when you have public education and services like this that attract families to want to be in a place like this. And the students who come through this school, I understand it will be K through 4, will open up opportunities for the other schools as well throughout the school district. And there's no doubt that this will be a flagship building for the community. I love that you're maintaining the Beal name. That's a tradition in our community. My father was the last high schooler to one of the class to graduate from Beal when it was situated in the center of town, and then this will just open up for the next generation great opportunities. I would also like to just say that it's a great opportunity for the community to think about the future use of the Beal site in the center of town. I know you're doing a lot of work to reimagine and develop a new opportunity in the center of town, which is also a great asset to our community. So just a thank you to everyone that's working so hard on the project. I love the ceremonial aspects of the topping off. It's important to come together and to celebrate this milestone. So congratulations for where we're at, and the best is yet to come. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Lieutenant Governor mentioned an interesting point, and that is the Beal name. I don't recall there ever being any conversation of changing that name. And as a matter of fact, right now, the school department and Sean from LPA are working diligently on taking those elements unique to Beal, such as the relief as you walk in and the other elements unique to Major Beal and the history of the building, to incorporate them on a historic wall as you come in, so that we don't lose touch with Major Beal's history, that unique history, elements in that school as we move forward to the new school. I would now like to ask Jack McCarthy, Executive Director, to step forward of the MSBA. You may recall Jack did the opening remarks at Sherwood a few years ago, and we'll have you back in a couple of years and you can do the opening remarks of this building.
Hopefully
we would appreciate it if you could ratchet up your reimbursement per square foot, because you got it a little tight over the last few years, Jack.
Thanks, I think. On behalf of Treasurer Goldberg, who's the chair of the Mass School Building Authority, and the rest of the staff there, thank you so much for allowing us to be part of this today. Joining me is Jim McDonald, I can't believe that. Jim McDonald, who's not only the CEO of the MSBA, but he's also first deputy treasurer. Matt Donovan, who's in charge of basically keeping me out of trouble. And Evan Levesque, who's your project manager for this. Most of you who work on this will recognize Evan. You know, the mission of the Mass School Building Authority is to partner with Massachusetts communities to support the design and construction of educationally appropriate, flexible, sustainable, and cost-effective public school facilities. And this project certainly meets this ideal. I want to congratulate Jim and his building committee for assembling the team that you've assembled here. Jim went through PMA, Fontaine, Lamoureux, Pagano. I expect this project to be on time and on budget. And why is that? Because that's what they do for us all over the Commonwealth. So congratulations, good leadership by you and picking some great consultants. And I'm putting you all on notice, especially Mark, who doesn't own a coat, so apparently he needs to get more money. Jim gave you a little history of the topping off ceremony, but it started in Scandinavia way back when buildings were all built of wood. Yeah. And so not only does the tree represent good luck, it was also meant as a peace offering to the tree gods for disturbing all of the forest to build the process. And it's really a celebration of the workers. And so I want to give a shout out. Is it Local 7 still out here for the iron workers? But I want to give a shout out to them. They've done a great job. We're almost there. We're totally out of the ground, so nothing but good things to come. I have another half hour of prepared remarks, but it's a little cold, so I think I'll just end it with this quote that sort of signifies how we feel about what we do at the MSBA. There was a newspaper reporter named Dan Valentine. He wrote for the Salt Lake City Tribune, and he once described the school as a building of 4 walls with tomorrow inside. And we at the MSBA are proud to be part of Shrewsbury's tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great. Wonderful. Thank you.
One of the many great things about being on the Board of Selectmen in Shrewsbury is you get showered with praise for work you had nothing to do with. But I'll accept that on behalf of all those in the crowd at Town Hall who did all that work and assembled a great team. Thank you, Jack. Next up, I'd like to invite my chairman, Mo DiPaolo, to step forward, and also recognize my colleagues, Vice Chair Beth, wrapped up in a big coat, and John LeBeau and John Samia. There's John as well. Thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. You know, when Jim asked me to speak at this ceremony, I was reminded that back around 1994, I was on the committee that did the evaluation of all the schools in town, trying to prepare to embark on a building program for much needed schools in the town. And here we are 27 years later, really the culmination of all of that hard work over the years. This is the 4th school we've built in 25 years, and we renovated another one. The old high school was converted to a middle school. So it's really gratifying to be on the board long enough to see all this happen. I got on the board with a commitment to support education and to support building the schools that we needed. And I've been very fortunate that I've been part of this program. It took a while, but the community came together and started supporting schools. We started with the Floral Street School, and the residents of this community, I think, have been very generous and supportive of all the school projects that we've done, so we thank them. And on this particular project, I think we need to thank Beth Cassavant, my colleague on the board, and Jason Palacho's school committee for leading the effort to get support to get the community to actually fund this project. It was a lot of work, and they did a great job, so we thank them for that. And also, I think we need to thank Jim Kane, not just for running this building committee, but I firmly believe that we would not be on this site if it wasn't for all the hard work that Jim did over the years working with the state to secure this property. So thank you very much. I was thinking just, and I'll finish very quickly, but the Lieutenant Governor and I were on the board together back a number of years ago, and actually were on the board when the Floral Street School was approved and got built, and that was a milestone in the town. It really started this building program that we've had over the years. So it's exciting to be with you again and have you be part of this, so thank you very much. At any event, thank you all for coming. It's a big day for us, a big day for the community, and we appreciate all the hard work that everybody's done, from the building committee to the contractors, to just everybody involved, and the SBA who's been so supportive of this project. So I'll stop because I know it's cold, but thank you all for coming, and let's look forward to the opening. Thank you.
Sandy, Chair of the School Committee, and I'd like to recognize your colleagues. I see Dale, and I've seen Jason, and who else? Have I missed anyone else from the school? Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, how are you today? Sorry about that. And of course, our superintendent and Patrick Collins and the building principal. Come right up, Sandy.
You might have to snuggle, Joe.
Game.
Good morning. I know we've had a little history about the topping off ceremony, and I think it's something that symbolizes positive things. Good luck for future occupants, new and continued growth with the environment, and a safe job well done. Boston University professor of anthropology, Peter Wood, has a really great quote about the meaning of a topping off ceremony. It's a great deal of labor. A great deal of labor may lie ahead, but in putting the last beam in place, we have prefigured the whole. Students will attend school in this beautiful new building due to the hard work of a wonderful project team. For me, it has not only been an educational experience, but a privilege to work with the members of the Beal Building Committee. The project professionals, Katie Crockett, Sean Brennan, Natalie Gabrielle, who are architects of their Pagano Associates, Walter Hartley, Deb Shear, our owner's project manager from PMA Consultants, Frank Payer and Dave Fontaine Jr., our construction managers from Fontaine Brothers, are absolutely wonderful. This project is successful due to the work of Town Manager Kevin Mizikar, School Superintendent Joseph Sawyer, Assistant Superintendents Patrick Collins, Amy Clouder, Meg Balsito, Principal Chris Girardi, and Public Facilities Division Manager Keith Baldinger. As you know, these individuals work extremely hard for the town of Shrewsbury, and this project, a project of this scope, really adds tremendously to the significant amount of work that they do with already very busy schedules. They have all invested countless hours to the building and design of a new elementary school that will service the needs of our community and generations of students. On behalf of the Shrewsbury School Committee, I want to thank the construction crew on the excellent progress they have made on the construction of this new building. Thank you to Jim Kane for leading the building committee as we navigate through complicated projects. And the cold weather is a blessing. You don't have shorts on today. So it's a good deal. Thank you. Thank you to the entire professional project team. Not only are they excellent to work with, they have done it. They are an absolute pleasure to work with on every step of this project. Due to their expertise, all these individuals, again, this building is on time and under budget. As we participate in this time-honored tradition of a topping off ceremony, the building before us today not only represents the physical structure of a new school, but the vision and dedication of our entire community for strong public education. Our community has prefigured the whole by supporting the funding necessary for the new Beal Elementary School. This building will give us much needed space to provide outstanding educational services to the students of Shrewsbury Public Schools. Thank you.
Mike Moore, our state senator, has been delayed and will not likely attend today, but he sends his congratulatory good wishes. I'd now like to introduce our state representative, Hannah Kane, for a few short, brief remarks.
This is an event only my husband could plan. It's freezing cold on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, honey. Many of you may know my husband has most recently been in the Caribbean for 10 days on the Mass Maritime Academy training ship, where he complained it was so hot the entire time he was there. So welcome back to Massachusetts. I'm going to make this short. Senator Moore couldn't be here this morning. He's delayed at another event, but both of us are so proud to represent this community and proud of the progress we've made in terms of building new schools and supporting our educational program here. But most importantly today, in addition to thanking all of you who have worked to make this project a reality, I want to thank the people who are out here each and every day through this long winter, working to make sure that this building is coming in on time and under budget. They are truly the ones. All of you who work here, thank you so much, because we would not be at this place without you all working in these conditions. So I look forward to the opening in the late summer of this building in 2021, and to all the future people who are going to get to go to school here. They are so fortunate. So thank you all.
Thanks very much. Two final words, if you will, before we get underway with the actual action of the day. A sincere thanks to the taxpayers of Shrewsbury for standing behind the great ideas and the great wishes, but for actually stepping forward and allowing this to happen. And secondly, Jimmy, come on over here. Jimmy doesn't want this to happen, but Jimmy's the guy from Fontaine who's out here every day. And on behalf of everyone here on the building committee, thank you for the work you and your guys are doing every day.
Well, it's the guys, it's not me.
No, that's
I
good.
sit in that trailer most of the time.
Good for you. That's good for you. Well, that works anyway. So now we will remove a few of the furnishings and make way for the
I got the guy
placement.
staged up.
So here we
All
go.
set to go.